Hi guys! Okay, so first let me start off by apologizing for two things. One, my voice may or may not sound a little bit off. I've been having, some allergy issues, so I'm not sure. The second thing is my lack of video uploading lately. I've just been preparing for a Halloween special and, just some other video ideas. Life's been busy. However, I promised you guys some good videos here in October and I want to start them. So it is October now. Yay! So it's time to get spooky. Okay, so my point of today's video, I wanted to elaborate on Ouija boards and why I personally feel that you should never play one. So, without, getting directly into it, I do want to start off by saying that I do not claim to be an expert on this. I just have my own personal opinions and beliefs off of my own experiences with this, and that I just wanted to share that. So if you practice safe Ouija board use, or if you have opposing opinions, that's completely fine. There's just so much to it. I just wanted to share my own beliefs on the matter. So, getting straight into it, the reason behind the fact that I personally feel you should never play a Ouija board is because Ouija boards are essentially a doorway to communication with the other side, obviously. And a lot of people kind of shake it off as, it's fake, it's just for fun, etc., which to me is not true. A lot of people will say board game companies that make other fun family-friendly games make them, they're harmless, they sell them at toy stores, etc. However, what people fail to understand is that you can make your own Ouija board. People make their own Ouija boards out of using a marker and cardboard or chalk on a concrete ground. People can make their own Ouija boards. It doesn't matter who makes them. Either way, you have what you need to play the Ouija board. It's opening a doorway, it's opening a line of communication. And when you do that, you allow spirits or entities to come through, to come into your home or wherever you may be playing it. People get attachments from this. And the reason behind not doing this being a good thing is because often, and I feel like more often than not, you're communicating with something that's not good. A lot of people believe, which I don't necessarily know if this part is fully to the truth, but a lot of people believe that Ouija boards are only able to communicate with bad spirits, and it is a way of bad communication. I feel as though you can communicate with other spirits. I just feel like more often than not you're going to attract bad things. And if you get something negative come through and you're not playing it properly, or you don't know how to close that doorway, you're going to get something bad enter your home and enter your life. And it's, to me, just not worth the risk. So, with that being said, I'll share an experience. I myself, believe it or not, have never played a Ouija board. However, I've always thought they were fascinating. I just, growing up, was always taught not to go near them, not to play them, not to participate in anything like that. As you guys have probably heard in my other videos, I come from a family of spiritual people, so, growing up, I was always taught that those were bad and not to go near them. So, I'm going to share a story. One of my relatives, she was playing a Ouija board in her younger years. I think it was her early 20s, and the story has just been told to me by her and a couple relatives in the past, so I thought it would be a good example to share with you guys. One time she was playing a Ouija board with her friends, and it said several crazy things. I can't remember exactly, but one of the things that stood out was it told her she was going to die in a car accident. I think they asked, how will how will I die? Probably not a question you should ask when playing that if you do play that, but it was asked, and it told her, I think, car wreck or car accident. So that, of course, being creepy and all, I think it got to the point where it creeped them out, and her friend had thrown the Ouija board away outside in an outside garbage or dumpster. And this is just the part of the story that has always stuck with me. I was then told that, my relative, she had went home, and her friend, whose house they did this at, went to sleep that night, woke up, and it was in her garbage can in her house. So it was weird. It went from being thrown away outside to being inside. And I think they told me it was in the garbage can. Either way, it reappeared back in the house. So as far as the authenticity of the story, I don't believe this relative would lie to me. However, since her friend was the only one there for it to have reappeared, I don't claim that she's not being honest at all. I'm just saying I was not there. I cannot say for sure. But it doesn't seem that far-fetched to me considering all the crazy stories you hear about Ouija boards. But personally, I would never play one, which brings me into my next topic. Lately, just because I'm so interested in the paranormal and research, it's a science really if you think about it, I lately have been considering the fact that I would love to be able to watch somebody play one or observe, but not participate, just because, again, it's not something I personally believe you should do, or others, but you can't stop others who want to do that. And I just wanted to, if I had a group of friends that were going to do it anyway and said, hey, do you at least want to come hang out and watch? It would be interesting to watch people play one. I was thinking about that, but it was weird. I had been thinking about it, not constantly, but just a little bit here and there. And then I had a dream, which was a couple weeks ago, and I was meaning to share it with you guys anyway, so it goes along with this video. So, basically, in my dream, my boyfriend was playing a Ouija board, and I told him I didn't want to play, I just wanted to watch. Which is interesting because that's what I've been thinking about doing, if any of my friends were to do that. But for some reason, even though he was the one playing, I got the attachment. And in my dream, I ended up getting possessed. In my dream, I knew it was a reoccurring thing. It was over days of time that would go by, and I kept getting possessed and attacked and everything. And I just remember near the end of my dream, I was throwing holy water into my closet. Now, I have a walk-in closet. It's a big closet. And I've never felt negative vibes from that area. I know a lot of people think basements, closets, different things like that can be portals. So I don't really know. I've never gotten a negative vibe. I'm a sensitive. I can usually sense those things. I've never had any bad experiences with that, but it was just interesting. And that has totally turned me away from thinking about watching any friends play one. So I don't know, but I just personally think that you should not take part in playing a Ouija board. More often than not, I feel like you are going to communicate with something bad, and if you don't know what you're doing as far as how to open the doorway, close the doorway, play the game, then you probably shouldn't play it. Just because I don't feel like it's worth the risk. I don't feel like it's safe. There's just several things to it, and that's just my own personal beliefs. Now, I personally, from my own research and everything, have gathered the safe way that you do play the Ouija board and what you are supposed to do, but this is not a how-to video, and I'm not really going to get into that. Just know that if you do decide to do something like that, to please take precaution and make sure you know what you are doing, and just please make sure to understand the correct way to go about this if you do decide to take part in something like that. There's been many times where it's been completely harmless for people. They've played it and nothing bad comes from it. It's just, again, to me, it may not be worth the risk. So with that being said, I just kind of wanted to share my beliefs, opinions on the matter, and also kind of share my relative's experience along with my own with that dream. I feel like almost like it was a warning not to even take part in observing this. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And to kind of lighten the mood a little bit, I do have a big Halloween special coming up for you guys. I am planning more paranormal investigations, and I hope you guys give this video a thumbs up, comment any paranormal experiences you've had or what you think. Also, if you came across my channel and you haven't hit that subscribe button, please hit subscribe. I love new subscribers and I love checking out each other's channels, especially ones like my own with paranormal information and stories. It's always fun. So again, hit subscribe, hit that like button, and just keep watching.